What's up? So today we're going to be going over some of my favorite locations in Halo Combat Evolve. Locations that I think are creepy, liminal, off-putting. Make me ask, why did the developers put them in the game? These locations are very odd, so let's get into it. Alright, so today our first location is going to be on the Pillar of Autumn. It's going to be towards the end of the mission. It starts to get pretty quiet. There's not a lot of enemies. So you'll be walking down this hallway. You can look to your right. You're going to see where you actually start the game from cryo sleep. But if you keep going and you turn around, you're actually going to see another room. And there's no one in there, nothing in there. It's quiet. And this is actually where the other Spartan's going to be that's on the ship. But it's very ominous, and it's something you wouldn't notice unless you turned around. So our next location is going to be on the mission Halo. This is right after you cross the light bridge. You can see there's this whole area that normally you would just drive the Warthog through and go straight on to the next part of the mission. But if you actually stop and take a look, they developed this whole area with all these different little Forerunner architectures and structures that they put. And it really serves no purpose, but I really like the fact that they put it in the game. You know, some of the area is really dark and bleak, and it really has no point. But if you actually stop to take a look at it, it's pretty interesting. So our next location is going to be on Truth and Reconciliation. This is right after you come into the Covenant ship. And you go down this hallway, and it's just odd and off-putting. It's the only location that I know of that has this greenish hue to it, and it looks very alien and different. And it's a little unsettling and off-putting. But I really like how it looks, the aesthetic and the sound of it. Our next two locations are going to be on the Silent Cartographer. This is going to be after you fight the two hunters for the first time. You're going to come into this area and there's going to be like a little firefight. But all the enemies are just spawn right now. But if you just walk around, you'll notice it's just trees and silence. There's a little bit of ambience, but it's a very unsettling and unnerving location in the game. And I actually really enjoy it. It's a nice location, but it's a bit odd. So our next location is going to be when you're going down to the security terminal to override the door. And most people aren't going to notice this because they're probably going to click the button and just go right back around. But if you actually come outside, there's this little ledge platformish type area. And it really serves absolutely no purpose. I find it interesting that they put it in the game, but it's just this little ledge for no reason. And it's not symmetrical either. The other side doesn't have it. Whereas most things in the game are symmetrical, the other side doesn't have it. It's just this one little area that offshoots for no reason, other than they want it to. And it's something I really like. This next location is actually my favorite location in the entire game. It's off the beaten path. Normally you would just go right through it and not notice it's here, but if you actually stop and get out and go through the door, there's this huge room. For no reason. There's an active camo in here, but unless you know about it, you're not going to come in here and get it. For no reason they made this other than they wanted to. And it looks awesome in here. I like the design of the wall with the blue lights and the black background. I actually recently discovered how tall the ceiling is. I don't know why they made the ceiling so tall, but it's just awesome. And, you know, with arachnophobia, I could come up here and, you know, see how tall it is. But it's just, in my opinion, the coolest place in the entire game. Normally, you would just go right by it, not even notice it, but they made this whole area just because they wanted to. And I think it looks awesome. It's my favorite location in the entire game. Onto the mission in the library. There's a lot of locations in the library that I think are odd, creepy, and unsettling, but this one I just chose to show. You know, normally you go the complete opposite direction of where this is at. but you can just come over here and it's completely textured. There's no point to come over here, but I like the fact that you can come over here and just kind of explore a textured area. This next location you normally couldn't get to, but with arachnophobia you can. It's just a fully textured room, and there's ambience and spaceship sounds, and it just sounds awesome. Our final location today is going to be on the mall, and this is something I actually discovered when I was a kid. If you go off the beaten path just a little bit, there's this area behind the stairs that not only is fully textured, but they also put some like paneling in. And I like the TV screen type thing of the Halo ring. I always thought that was really cool and cheesy, but cool. There's this whole area they textured that normally 99% of people are not going to see because they're trying to finish the game. But I like that they textured this entire area, and they put a lot of detail into it too. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Please let me know what locations you enjoy exploring in this game. Combat Evolved's my favorite game, and to this day I'm still discovering new things in this game that I haven't found, and I've been playing it for 15, 16 years, so I'm glad I finally got to make this video. But if you enjoyed, please like and share. Have a nice day.